Hello students and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you must like the first part of process costing. So here we are presenting the next part, second part of process costing. So as you are aware, we started with process costing concept. We understand the format, the process account, how to prepare process account with the help of mean not. M stand for material introduced, E stand for all kind of expenses, credit side, N stand for normal loss in the percentage form, percentage of input, O stand for output, output in the form of quantity, and then tally the quantity column. After tallying the quantity column, we used to calculate CPU, cost per unit. So cost per unit is the formula made up with total cost minus scrap value of input quantity upon total input quantity minus quantity of normal loss. So this is how we studied how to calculate CPU. Then we cleared how to close the abnormal loss, normal loss, and abnormal gain account. So these were the steps to close these accounts. Now we are moving forward with the illustration. I'm just reading and trying to explain the illustration first, then we'll solve it. So product A is manufactured after it passes through three distinct process. Distinct process. So three distinct process. Following information is obtained from the records of a company for the year ended 31st December 2003. So particulars about direct material, direct wages is given for process 1, process 2 and process 3. So here we have the information of direct material, direct wages related to process 1, 2 and 3. So with the help of this all, we can directly write the expenses for all these processes. Next, I would like to bold these things. Then product overhead like production overheads are rupees 9,000, comma 1,000 units rupees 5 each were introduced to process 1. Here we need to understand this concept. 1,000 units of rupees 5 each. 1,000 units of rupees 5 each were introduced to process 1 account. That means प्रोसेस 1 में जो मटेरियल इंट्रोड्यूस हो रहा है वो क्वांटिटी है 1000 यूनिट्स एंड प्राइस है पर यूनिट 5 रुपीज. So 1000 into 5 it will be 5000 rupees. There was no stock of materials or work in progress at the beginning and at the end of the year. So which is very common thing, because in undergraduate level, in TY BCom level, we are solving easiest problem in process costing. In case of work in progress and other things coming under the master's level, so we are going to ignore this part. Now the output of each process direct to the next process and finally to the finished product, predict stock, whatever. This was the standard formation we used to follow. This input for the next process is output of last process. So production overheads are recovered. Production overheads are recovered on 100% of direct wages. Now listen, here we find this product wages, that is your production wages, we can call it production overheads. Okay, and that was rupees 9,000. It was mentioned only 9,000 and nothing was mentioned over here. So production overhead, it was given for common in process 1, process 2 and process 3. So this information is related to that production overheads are recovered on 100% of direct wages. So as we calculate or charge direct wages, same way we will calculate the production overheads. So let's see. Direct wages were 2,000, 3,000 and 4,000. If you calculate this, 2 plus 3 is 5 and plus 4, it will be 9,000. That means exactly in the same manner, production overhead should be distributed 2 is to 3 is to 4. So answer is very easy, very simple. Okay. Now the following additional data is available. Particulars for process 1, 2 and 3. Output during the week. So process 1 का output है 950. Okay. And the percentage of normal loss to input is 5%. That means first process में input होगा 1000 units. So 1000 units का 5%. Okay, that should be 50. And value of scrap per unit. Scrap value is rupees 3. So here the information is related with normal loss and scrap value. Normal loss in the form of percentage, output in the form of quantity for each process. So this information will be used as per the requirement. Every time we will follow me not, and we will follow in normal loss, percentage and scrap value, and O for output, and prepare process cost account and abnormal gain or loss account for the year ended 31st December 2003. Okay, for this we need to follow this kind of account. Like we should copy this and try to formulate again. So here the first process is process 1 account. So we need to follow that order only. Process 1, process 2 and process 3. Okay. And as per information, we need to follow same order, whatever is the given information. That is as per me note. Here we must write as M and all kind of expenses. So ME, me, and NOT, tally the quantity column. That needs to be understood. We don't know whether there is any abnormal loss, abnormal gain. Just we are writing here. We don't know about the exact amount of scrap value. I'm just trying to mention a format what we need to follow. Okay, so this is what we need to prepare for process 1. Similarly, again we will follow for process 2 and will continue for process 3. But first I would like to prepare formats for all these 3 because that will help us to do it fast. So I'm copying the same format, which is blank one for process 2 and again for process 3. So we'll continue with process 2 and process 3 in coming time. First we will follow the order me not. Okay, and now this exclusive me not will follow in the format for process 1 account. So for process 1 we are following me not, MENOT. First we must follow material introduced. Here 1000 units of rupees 5 each were introduced to process 1. We must write here material introduced 1000 units at the rate of 5 each. So 5 into 1, it will be 5000. Then again they have mentioned the item of direct material. It was given like direct material, which is 2500, and direct wages is again 2000. So direct material, then direct wages. So direct material was given 2500 and direct wages was given 2000. Now In case of production overhead, they mention it recovered as 100% of direct wages. So the same amount we need to copy it, what they are expecting. What was direct wages? 2000. So we will write it 2000 only. So this is how we are transferring expenses only. So this is your debit side. ME, material introduced and all the kind of expenses. 1, 2, and 3, the production overheads we mention over here. So this is me. No, N stand for normal loss. So here it's given percentage of normal loss for process one is 5%. Okay. As per scrap value, it was given rupees 3. So rupees 3 per unit. So input quantity is 1000, 1000 into 5%. So it will be 50, 50, and multiplied by 3, it will be 150. So this is how we calculate normal loss. Now the information of O output is already given, which is 950 for process 1. So whenever you are going to write here 950, then the next step will be tally the quantity column. Here the quantity is 1000 and here again 1000. That means there is no difference at all. So no debit balance and no credit balance. There is no abnormal loss. Okay, so we should not go for it. Now it is very easy to calculate CPU in case or absence of abnormal loss or abnormal gain, because we need to calculate the total cost. This total cost 5000 plus 2500, it will be 7500, plus 2000 is 9500, and plus 2000 is 11500. So this is your total debit 11500, and this amount should be deduct this amount minus 150. You will get 11,350. But as we need to calculate the CPU, okay, so just remember, always we are following CPU for abnormal loss, abnormal gain, and transferring production for next process. So here again the process of calculating CPUs will be 11,350 divided by 950. 11,000 batting was 11,250 divided by 950. So you will get 11.95 to make it rounded up. 11.95. Let's see how we can calculate over here. Now this is the total cost. Total cost will be 11,500 minus 150. So this is what the total cost 11,500, and this is what the normal loss scrap value of normal loss input quantity. So 150. Again divide by 1000 input quantity minus quantity of normal loss, which is 50. So 950. So we can write over here 11,350 upon 9, and we will get it over here 11,350 upon 950 as 11.947 and on. So this is how we calculated CPU, and here it was not required. I directly made it from this calculation only because there was no abnormal loss, abnormal gain. So actually balancing amount is your output carried amount. So this was the process one account. Now we will copy these things same as it is for process 2 account. This needs to understand that every time we will follow this protocol only. So I'll make one change. We'll put it downwards because this will be called as to material transfer from. This will be material transfer from process 1 account. Why I mention over here? Because the output of first process was transferred to next. I will write over here transfer to process 2 account. I will make it specific process account. So this is how we need to transfer from one process, output of one process that was 950 at 11,350. So value was 11,350. Quantity and amount, quantity and value you can say. So this is how we calculated. Then prepare one format. So after this, direct material, direct wages and production overhead. So in case of process 2, direct material is 2,000, direct wages is 3,000, and of course production overheads will be again 3,000. So 2,000, 3,000 and 3,000. The amount will be 2,000, 3,000 and again 3,000. So this is how we calculate all kind of expenses mentioned over here. Then what about the percentage of normal loss? For process 2, it is given 10% at 5 rupees scrap value. So we will follow this. Normal loss is 10%, 10%, and the scrap value is rupees 5. For you. So 10% of 950 will be 95, and 95 multiplied by rupees 5 will be, writing over here, 95 multiplied by 5, 475. So this is your scrap value of normal loss. We don't know about abnormal first. We'll go for the output, which is 840. Output is given 840. So we need to understand the concept. Next step will be tally the quantity column. Now here it is 950 and here 95 plus 840 is 935. That means 950 is greater than 935. So 950 minus 840 minus 95, you'll get 15 units. So as 15 units is your abnormal loss, we need to calculate CPU, cost per unit, and for that total cost will be 19,350. We'll write over here 19,350 minus scrap value is 475 upon input quantity 950 minus quantity of normal loss is 95. As per this illustration, we must calculate like 19,350 minus 475 is 18,875. 18,875 upon a 950 minus 95, it will be 855. So 18,000, right, 18,875 divided by 855. So it will be 22.076. We'll write over here 22.08. But as per calculation, we need to multiply this whole number 22.076 should be multiplied by 15. We will get it 331. So 331 is your abnormal loss value. And as per the output, again I'm writing over here that is 22.08, but we are calculating it balancing amount. like 19,350, 19,350 minus, right, 19,350 minus 475 and minus 331. It will be 18,544. It will be 18,544. So we need to follow this and we need to transfer this to next process, as we are transferring again it to process 3 account. So this is how we are doing same thing repeatedly. Why I told you this is very easy? Only because of this transfer. Output of first process is input for second process. So 18,544, that was your material introduced. Okay. And again we'll follow what is the direct material and direct wages amount, 3,000 and 4,000, and again I'll write 4,000 for production. So 3,000, 4,000 and 4,000. So process 3, direct material is 3,000, then 4,000 and 4,000. So this is how we calculate written over here, direct material, all kind of expenses. So material introduced, all kind of expenses. Then we need to understand what is the percentage of normal loss, which is 15%, and output is 750, 15% at 5 rupees. So normal loss is 15%, 15%, and scrap value is rupees 5. Scrap value is rupees 5, and output is given 750. We need to understand this, that output is given 750 and percentage of normal loss is 15%. So we'll calculate 15% on 840. So here 840 multiplied by 15%. It will be 126, 126, and that will be multiplied by 126 will be multiplied with rupees 5. It will be 630 rupees for scrap value of normal loss. Then output is given 750. Then we need to calculate the tally the quantity column. Here if we go to tally the quantity column, we will find it credit side is 876. We can calculate it, 876, and here 840. So 876 will be followed by us. And if it is 876, we need to understand that there is a difference on debit side, and this will be called as to abnormal gain account. Will be called as abnormal gain account. So this time there will be no abnormal loss, there will be abnormal gain account, and again that needs to be calculated as per CPU. Okay, first we calculate the balance amount. So 76 and 840, the difference amount is 36. So this is how we calculated abnormal gain quantity. After that we need to calculate cost per unit. So for cost per unit, the total of these all expenses 1 2 3 4, this time we cannot write here because the abnormal gain amount will need to be added over here. So 29,544. So 29,544 minus 630 upon 840 minus 126. So we need to calculate these two things, that 29,544 minus 30 will be 28,914. 28,914 upon 840 minus 126, 714. So after deducting this, 28,914 divided by 714. It will be 40.49. So I'm writing over here 40 point. This will be your CPU. For writing, it will be 40.50. But for calculating, this 36 should be multiplied with 40.49579,832, and this will be your calculation. 1458 converted is 1458 converted amount, because after 0.5 we are adding it up. So this will be your total, that is 31,002. 31,002. So 31,002 minus 630. 31,002 minus 630. So it will be 30,372. 30,372. We'll check it out. 30,372 upon 750. It will be 40.493, 40.50, and that amount should be transferred to finished goods or finished stock. Transfer to finished stock, because now it's ready to dispatch. Okay, we can write over here again. If you want to write the CPU, which we calculated over here. So this is how the process 1, process 2, process 3 has been completed. In case of process 1, there was no abnormal loss or no abnormal gain. Hence, I said CPU can be directly calculated with the balancing amount of total cost divided by output. But I'll also calculated the way it should be calculated. The CPU has been directly or indirectly. We can calculate through with the formula, only because an abnormal loss and abnormal gain was missing. Everything was tallied. Now again in process 2, it was find that abnormal loss quantity was 15, and for that we need to calculate CPU. Cost per unit was calculated 22.076, so it was converted to 22.08, but multiplied with the whole number. Always remember, we are following, in case of multiplication, whole number, and we are converting at amount level, not at CPU level. Thereafter, for here writing, we are mentioning the converted amount but multiplied with the whole numbers, and we find out that abnormal loss quantity and value. Afterwards, balancing amount is your output for process 2 account, and that will be transferred to process 3 account. This needs to be mentioned, that output of first process will be input for second process, same thing, followed for second process to third process. So here we will write material transfer from process 2 account, and finally this output which is given transfer to finished stock, because there is no next process and we calculate it through CPU and everything. So this is how we need to follow the me, not, and complete the process account. Okay, students, I hope it will help you to solve the illustration. The whole illustration is there with you. You can carry on practicing this